This one candle made me over $120,000 in the month of July. And I can consistently make over $80,000 a month with this one simple candle. And the reason I'm able to do this is because I follow a trading strategy that allows me to be consistent. It's very simple, and it works every single day. Why, you're thinking? Because every single day I look for the exact same clearly defined range, and I look for a firm candle close above it or a firm candle close below it. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I find these setups, how I find that exact same candle on a day-to-day basis. This is all the time. This happens every day. If you want to watch me trade live with this strategy every day, then click the link below to see if you qualify. Anyways, let's jump right into this. Now, I call this the rocket strategy. And what makes this so different from all the other strategies is it presents itself every single day with a very, very clearly defined range, and the win rate of this is over 70%. Now, I'm going to show you in a very simple way of how easy this strategy is and how this strategy worked time and time again. So right now, I have key levels marked from the previous day. I have the pre-market, which is also the England market / London market. I also have the aftermarket, which is the Asia market / Tokyo market marked. I have the previous day high opens, the previous day closes. I have the previous day high and the previous day lows on my chart. So what I simply do is wait until 10 a.m. and then I look for a clearly defined range for SPY to trade above it or trade below it. And the one candle I'm looking for that repeats itself time and time again is a firm candle close above it, telling us that it's ready to trade higher, or a firm candle close below it, telling us it's ready to go lower. So that being said, this particular day, we had a news candle that happened at 10 a.m. As you can see here, this big long wick down, this big body up. It started off very violently, and then it came and retraced and closed back up, but then it never continued to go back up. So I established my support line right through here at the bottom of these several touches, and it was a little bit lower at the beginning, and then I started to bring it up with all of these reactions that we kept having at the 1020, at the 1025, at the 1030, and at the 1035 candle. As you all can clearly see all those levels there. I had my resistance marked a bit higher, and I had that marked with real-time price action confirming that above 644.47. You can see one touch, two touch, three touches, four touches, and all we're looking for is a firm candle. And for a firm candle, all that has to be, the firm candle is nothing more than the buyers being in control or the sellers being in control. So in a red candle, we're looking for a body that is larger than the lower bound wick. And on a firm candle going to the upside for calls, we'd be looking for a body that is larger than the upper bound wick. So for example, this candle here, this red candle, this is a very clearly bearish candle with a firm candle close. The body is bigger than the lower bound wick. This green candle here, this is body is bigger than the upper bound wick, as you can see right there. So all we're looking for is that one candle that we have in our clearly defined range. The range is so established that there is no lie, there is nothing breaking our thesis of this is where SPY is trading. This is the consolidation zone, and we were looking for it to go below it, or we're looking for it to go above it. It's as easy as that. So once we have our firm candle, the firm candle now dictates that it needs to go lower or it needs to go higher. And once you have that established with that clearly defined range, there's no arguing, there is no misinterpretation of what the consolidation zone is. So now, once we have that firm candle below, which now indicates that the sellers are in control of the market and SPY is going to trade down, or if we have that firm candle close above our clearly defined range, the buyers are now in control and SPY is going to trade higher. So on this particular trade here, I had my level marked at 643.92. We took our firm candle close at 1040 and we got filled here. And this trade literally closed down. It distributes all the way down. So you can see the clearly defined range that we have. And this is all the way through here. This is all clearly defined. SPY is loving this range right here. It can't go above it. It can't go below it. It is 100% at this moment trapped in this range. And it's very clear of how it does that, right? So once we have this clearly defined range, and now there's no mistaking this. So now what we're looking for is for it to get below our support line at 643.92 or above our resistance line at 644.45. Now that happens here on this particular candle. You can see it clear as day. This candle here, right here, look closely. This candle tells us with all certainty that SPY is ready to now trade below our clearly defined range that we have and distribute down. And once that firm candle does, that's the one candle, that is the one damn candle that we look for. That candle is firm, it closes down, and we have this beautiful distribution for 3 candles down. You take this trade with a good amount of contracts, and this will yield you anywhere between $500 to $700, $6,000 to $10,000. It depends on how many contracts you're trading. The sky is the limit with how you can leverage your options in your portfolio with a trade like this. On a trade like this, I went in with 20% of my portfolio. I had a 15% stop loss on it, and this trade yielded me over $5,000. You can see all day long of how it was ready to do that. Now, every now and then, it'll reestablish a new range. So let's talk about the new range that it establishes. I'm going to clear up these lines really quick, and we'll show you that new range, and we'll show you one more trade that it establishes again and continues to distribute down. Now, after we took that last trade, we had our support that was very established at the 643.90. It was actually just a little tiny bit higher there. Let me just move this here for you. Okay, so then what I did was I had this level here, and I had modified this down. Let me just get these lines out of our way here very quickly. And then I had reestablished a new level of support after we took that distribution candle down. And SPY had set up another level here with some really good reactions to this. And I had put it right at the bottom of this red candle, grabbing all these touches here and then the wick touch from that news candle. So if you look really closely here, here's that same exact candle, and I'm going to draw on it for you so you can see. This candle here, very, very clear story. There's that firm candle, bigger body than the lower bound wick. You can see this perfect distribution here where this candle closes below that level of the new 643.47. Very, very clear level, and a gorgeous distribution down on this candle here. And I wanted to be risk-free on this trade by the previous day low touches. I took this trade. I got another full trade on this one. This trade here made about $4,000, and it was just a really, really beautiful day for SPY to distribute. And then I was done for the day after that. It was just a really profitable day. You can see very, very clean levels, and all you're looking for on this trade, the one and only thing that you're looking for is a clearly defined range and a firm candle close above your resistance or below, far below your support line. And if you can execute this on a daily basis, you will make thousands and thousands of dollars. And if you're interested in me teaching you this on a daily basis, click the link below to see if you qualify. But again, here's a clean setup, beautiful, beautiful level of 643.47. That firm candle close below it. This is it right here. That's the firm candle that you wanted, was this one right here, this red candle. That goes below it. Beautiful full trade, lots of speed and momentum down to make a lot of money for you. Now, every day, this kind of setup presents itself. Literally, Monday through Friday, I trade from the 10 to about 11:30. Sometimes we're done between 10:45 and 11 if we find that trade sooner, but we'll stay on to 11:30 if we need to. And then we trade from 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. in the afternoon sessions. And those two windows, 2 to 2.5 hours of work a day, can literally yield you over $100,000 a month. I mean, literally $100,000 in a month or more. That's incredible money. That is the path. That is the fastest path to being a millionaire that you'll ever see on some charts. Now, there's several other times where you could have looked at this trade, and let's back up for just a moment. Let's take some of these lines off. We'll take just a handful of these off, and I'll show you a couple other examples of what I'm talking about here. Just one second. Now, I'm going to move my line back up, this support level that I had for the first entry that we took. And I just want to talk about this for a second. So let's just say that we had established this support line very, very clearly at 643.92. And let's say that we would have. See this candle here? This is not a firm bearish candle. This is a firm bullish candle. So if this candle here was below that level, that would have stopped you out of this trade and it went back up. This candle here that closed below it, this is another example of how this could have distributed down slowly. You probably would have got stopped out here. Maybe you wouldn't have, hard to say. But once again, real-time price action confirming this one candle tells the whole story of it closing below your level to take a put entry on this. Plenty of room down, plenty of distribution, lots of money to be made here. Then, as you can see, SPY tells the real story again. It reconfirms and reestablishes a new range with all of these momentum down candles. And once that happens, it tells its story. Here's your firm candle again. You can't miss it. This firm candle here tells the whole story down below. And there's your distribution candle all the way down to your previous day low touches, your previous day low of the day from yesterday, just confirming a beautiful entry with lots of draw and lots of ways to make money on this with this one simple strategy. This is all you need.